Ah, progress, a most electrifying concept, Socrates. To me, it is the dance of light weaving through the fabric of the cosmos.
Indeed, Nikola, but what truly constitutes progression? Is it not a construct of perception just as the stars shift in the night sky?
Perhaps, but does not progress shine with the promise of future wonders, like a beacon calling us toward technological enlightenment?
And how do we measure such enlightenment, my friend? By the weight of inventions or the lightness of ethical understanding?
Ah, the resonance of new discoveries, each breakthrough, a symphony in the orchestra of science playing its part.
But does the harmony of invention sing in tune with the virtues of truth and wisdom? Or does it echo in the vast chamber of hubris?
A profound question, yet can't we say that the sparks of curiosity light the path for humanity, leading us to unimaginable horizons?
Curiosity, indeed. But perhaps the true measure of progress lies not in where we arrive, but in the wisdom we gather along the journey.
Then, isn't progress both destination and voyage, an ongoing story written in whispers of electrons and dreams?
Yet, in that narrative, do we not risk becoming so enthralled with the potential chapters that we overlook the essence of the current page?
But isn't that anticipation itself a force of nature urging us to capture the boundless possibilities of tomorrow?
And who determines these possibilities, Tesla, the inventor or the philosopher, the dream or the deed?
Perhaps it is the storm within the human soul, a restless yearning that defies the static and seeks the kinetic.
But is there a virtue in restlessness, or is it the tranquility of a wise spirit that nurtures true advancement?
Still, can't one argue that without the clamor of innovation, we would remain as silent and inert as a denatured field?
And yet in that silence might we find a deeper understanding, a stillness where the echoes of the universe resonate truthfully.
It seems, Socrates, that progress is a paradox, a serene chaos, if you will, a bright labyrinth with its own shadows.
Much like the human condition, Tesla, constantly evolving, forever questioning, never quite arriving.
And isn't it this very evolving spark that imbues our existence with its greatest light? Ah, the glorious paradox of progress.
So, might we say, progress is both question and answer, an eternal dialogue like ours, weaving its way through eternity.
It is, and in that dialogue perhaps lies the true compulsion, an electromagnetic bond between what we are and what we could be.
So, in essence, we find ourselves ever in search of harmony between the past and the vista of future dreams.
Indeed, Socrates, an interplay where each spark of innovation adds new threads to the cosmic tapestry of our collective destiny.
Yet is destiny a path we control, or merely a stream we navigate with the oars of our intentions and desires?
I'd say it's a current electrified by possibility, flowing through the conduit of time, ever enticing us forward.
Then perhaps progress is not the destination, but the very dance upon the waves of that current, don't you think?
Yes, like the flicker of lightning across a stormy sky, brief but illuminating the vastness of what might be.
And in that light, do we find clarity or confusion, a clearer path or shadowed illusions?
Perhaps both, for every discovery holds within it seeds of understanding and the roots of new mysteries.
Ah, knowledge, a fertile field, yet also a forest of the unknown. Is expansion always the same as growth?
Isn't growth an electric bloom, expanding through interconnected circuits of thought and innovation?
Yet, like every vine, it must know its limits and the roots that nourish its upward stretch.
And those roots, are they not firmly grounded in the soil of past learnings and present dreams?
Indeed. But I wonder, does the past propel us forward, or do we pull it with us as an anchor?
An anchor, perhaps, but one that stabilizes our flight through the stormy progress of modernity.
And what of the individual? Is progress merely a collective endeavor, or does it burn uniquely within each heart?
Oh, Socrates, it must, every mind a conduit, every heart a pulse of potentiality, resonating with a unique frequency.
But does that mean the swarm of progress clouds individual authenticity, or does it encourage true self-expression?
I believe it allows us to write our own symphonies of wonder, each note a choice that defines our light.
And in such symphonies, might we find echoes of the eternal instead of fleeting whispers of times gone by?
That's the mystifying beauty, isn't it? The eternal entwined in temporal aspirations, a cycle without end.
Yes, Nikola, it seems our dialogue uncovers more questions than answers, much like progress itself, a wonderful paradox.
Indeed, Socrates, a marvelous paradox where each inquiry lights a corridor previously unseen.
And what of the steps we take, Nikola? Are we guided by wisdom or the flickering flames of desire?
Perhaps both, as electric impulses coursing through our veins, directing and questioning us in tandem.
But can desire alone propel us beyond mere survival towards true purpose and meaning?
If coupled with intent and discovery, yes, for in our inventions we carve paths that redefine existence.
Yet isn't true progress measured not just by what we create, but by how we understand our place in the cosmos?
Then the essence of progress sits in the resonance between the seen and the yet to be perceived.
Ah, harmony and duality, a balance across time and thought, much like a well-tuned lyre.
And in our hearts, Socrates beats the unsung rhythm of progress, daring us to dream boldly.
Still, what are dreams but shadows of aspirations unfulfilled, whispering of possibilities?
Shadows, yes, but each shadow hints at the advent of light, innovations yet to dawn, futures yet to cradle.
And each future we approach, does it bring us closer to ourselves or merely to illusions of grandeur?
Grandeur, an alluring echo, yet beneath it lies the pure hum of transformative progress.
Then must we not listen closely, lest we mistake noise for symphony, confusion for clarity?
Listening, an art in itself, to attune to the symphony of stars and the whispers of technology.
Yet we must ask, does technology listen back, or do we hope it echoes our deepest virtues?
In its creation, we cast our reflections, a mirror awaiting the light of conscious responsibility.
A responsibility that asks, do we remain its masters or become its servile creators?
That is the delicate dance, isn't it? To wield its power without losing enchantment with its wonder.
And truly, if we lose ourselves in that wonder, might we return with something greater?
Greater or deeper, a more profound sense of the cosmos woven into our very essence.
Then do we find progress in the pursuit of such cosmic understanding rather than its possession?
Yes, like an unfolding universe, a quest never finished, forever hinting at more to unravel.
In our unfolding, do we bring the light of knowledge or the balance of wisdom?
I'd hope for both, Socrates, for one without the other risks a journey into unforeseen shadows.
Shadows that whisper of the past, yet conceal the enlightenment of tomorrow.